Alright, welcome back. This is the last war of the season. We've matched New Nation, and this war doesn't matter for us. If we lose, we're still first place as long as we don't die 15 times plus whatever DSVG dies this war. I think they're currently at 2. So right now we'd have to die 17 times. Because we're 14 deaths ahead of them. So we'd have to die one more than them. Or I'm not really sure what the fuck would happen if Alliance is tied. No one kabam, it could be anything. But so we're not like pushing, but we're still like doing a plan and trying to finish with a respectable amount of deaths. I'm not really sure if NewN is pushing. I'm not sure if they can go anywhere if they win or go anywhere if they lose. They might have top 10 locked. My first fight here is going to be this Mojo. I'm going to be taking him with Titania, and I'm going to use her haymakers for most of my openings, and other than that, it's just going to be baiting special ones and just trying to get back to my haymakers as quickly as possible. I'm going to use her for, I think, 3 fights this war, and I think I'm actually going to use an SP3 in every single one of them, if I recall. But I do have kind of a big war this war. I have 7 fights and the boss fight, so that's pretty cool. It's I think this is my 2nd or 3rd boss this season. I don't remember. It might be 2nd. But this fight's going pretty good so far. It's only been about 45 seconds. I feel like I'm getting faster with her. Or I just max fuck YOLO boosted. I'm not sure. And then here's my big brain idea. I'm going to use the haymaker to run in and not get hit. And then I noticed the degens, and I was like, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. For a second, I thought those degens were going to kill me, but luckily they didn't do that much damage. Next up here, I have this Moleman. I'm going to be using a white mags on him. And I'm going to be taking him with Hulkling. So I was actually supposed to invuln for this fight, but I forgot to put an invuln on. So I know that I can't hit his block once he has his Moleman charges there. So I'm going to build my Pierce prior to him throwing a special, and then once he throws a special, it's no more hitting block, because I don't want him to go unstoppable, right? And I'm just going to pay attention to the amount of prowess he gets, and just make sure that his power doesn't get too out of hand. And push to special 2 if possible. I don't really feel like spending the time it would take to get him to 20 Moleman charges so he can trigger Frenzy, so I could just do whatever. It doesn't really matter for this fight because I have a white mags on, so I don't really need to do that. So technically I could bait special 1 or 2, but I just prefer to try and push him to special 2 when possible and just keep an eye on the prowess, and ends up being a very safe fight. He's going to go down relatively quickly. Nothing too much to worry about there. This part was annoying. I left him at 1%, and then he just kind of danced for a little bit there. Now, moving into Section 2. I'm going to be on Path 2 again. I'm taking this Rintrah with Titania. And I've done this fight before with her. I want to say it was like 2.5 minutes for me the last time I did this fight. And today, I think it's going to be like 1:45. So I definitely shaved time off. I feel like I am getting better with her. And I'm actually going to be sort of efficient in this fight with my haymakers. So I'm going to throw a special 3 in this fight. And the way I'm going to do it is I get to my special 3 and I see that I have a set of haymakers coming up, or a haymaker coming up. And so I'm going to trigger that one first, and I'm going to use it, and then right as it's about to expire, I'm going to launch the special 3 and get another set. So that was pretty cool. It was cool to get a lot of damage in relatively quickly and to utilize both of them like that. I guess that just kind of comes with playing her more, getting used to the way that she works. But I'm going to let this one play out, and I will come back when it's all finished. right, next up is Nick Fury on EMP. So I didn't even think twice about this fight, and then Fur reminded me not to let him throw a special because of all the extra damage, and then like I totally forgot that EMP even had extra damage, the overclock damage. So he definitely got me all nervous for this fight, and it was for no reason. It ended up working out really well. What I want to do is I don't want to let him throw a special one, so I want to do 4-hit combos and then turtle up, and then go for a reparry or bait a heavy like that. And then I want to bait this special 2 out of him before I throw my special 2. Launch it here. I have poison suicides on just to increase my damage and try to get some power back. Now he's unblockable, so I'm going to hit his block to try and get an opening that way, but he ends up throwing a heavy. And launch the special 2, pushes him into second life. Not gonna lie, when I threw that special 2, I was a little bit nervous about that second life bug where he can kind of recover and then just he might be able to block it and then punish me after, but luckily it didn't happen. But I didn't think about it until after I threw the special 2, so not much I could have done about it prior. Now moving up here, I got this Idoom on 46, and this is a relatively safe fight. Hulkling can't really, you don't really have to worry about Hulkling dying here. I've done this fight once before, and it felt really good. I'm trying to get him to back off, but this AI was being very aggressive, so he's going to push me into a corner a little bit. Realistically, I want to hit his block, trigger my unblockable, and then get all my yellow buffs that way, my aptitudes. I'm not going to lie, I did not know what the fuck those were called until right now, when I saw them pop up on the screen. So I want to try to push him to a special 2, and I want to cycle my special 2s. I'm going to punish it here. And now I want to get him to back off again, so that I can start hitting his block, build up my pierce, and get an unblockable, and then launch a special 2 that way. It's going to deal a good chunk of damage. Just got to bait this special out of him. Just going to block the whole thing and then intercept him with a special to finish him off, because if I don't do it that way, I might get pushed to a special 3 and I might trigger his whole special block mechanism thing that he gets at the end of his life. Alright, and then I have this Spidey Supreme here. So because she can't get buffs, I haven't tested it, but I really don't think that his special 2 would actually kill through block, because I believe its damage is based on the amount of Spider Seal buffs he's placed on you. So if he hasn't placed any, special 2 is probably relatively harmless. It's not a theory I've tested, but it's one that I feel like works. I have to test it at some point, because I felt like this works for a while, but I just haven't bothered to try. So it's basically just going to be regular hits. I'm going to bait heavies for openings and use my haymakers for openings. And just to be safe, I'm going to bait his special 1 if possible. I have an invuln on, just in case I get hit. And that's pretty much the gist of this one. It's just a matter of getting him down quick and baiting those specials, not letting the brute force build up too much. And just utilizing your haymakers for openings, really. So here I know I have a special 3, and I want to bait this special 1 out. But he was kind of being stingy, so I decided just to use my haymaker, and he's still being stingy, doesn't want to throw it. Finally he decides to, and I'm going to go straight into my special 3. I thought it might kill him, but it doesn't. It brings him low, and I'm going to finish him off in the resulting haymaker from it. Alright, final fight of the season. Motherfucker. So I have future Ant-Man here. I'm taking him with Hulkling. I have half suicides on, poison, and I want to make sure that I keep my pierce buff up, because it prevents his glancing and some of his abilities like that. And basically I want to use that for openings, and I want to bait his special 1. I practiced dexing it. I'm going to get most of them in this fight, but if you take them on block, or if they hit you, they put a disintegration on you, and his power detonation thing, it turns into disintegration at some point if you don't throw a special or something like that while it's in its red phase or some shit. But in dueling him, it didn't really seem to do too much. It deals a little bit of damage. It didn't seem like a whole big thing to worry about. There, I'm going to take it on block. It's going to put disintegration on me, but willpower seems to be managing it relatively well. Maybe even just canceling it out altogether. And I am going to end up dying to this fight. I'm going to break my own rule because I want to bait his special 1, and I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to push him to special 2, and then the second mistake I'm going to make is dashing back right after my special and doing a double dash back because I don't expect him to throw his special right away. However, the AI has been doing that lately, and I know that, so it's not even like it was something out of the blue. I should have known better. Unfortunately, it is going to end the longest streak of my MCOC career, I guess you could say. Not really a career, but playing MCOC, the longest streak I've ever gotten. It's going to end it at 225. The last time I died was season 39, War 4, and it was a null boss, which I'm trying to forget. But it is coming up soon. So right here I get hit by the special 1, not a big deal. It eats 2 of my invuln hits though, which is going to come into play later because I'm going to get hit with a special 2, and maybe if I had all 3 left it wouldn't have killed me, but the mistakes were made at that point, I guess you could say. So, another mistake I make is, well, I should have baited the special 1 out of him. I shouldn't have thrown my special 2. And then on top of that, I had only 1 more hit on block. So right here, I only have 1 more hit on block, but I throw my special 2 instead, do a double dash back, get hit with the special 2, and it kills me. So what I should have done there was finish my combo, not thrown the special 2, back off, bait his special 1, wait for him to turtle up, hit his block 1 more time, get the unblockable, use that to chain into a combo, chain into special 2. That, if it didn't kill him, would have just given him another special 1, which I could have baited and finished out the fight. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm posting this early because this war doesn't actually matter, but currently these are the standings. I am the only death in BG1. Had I not died, we would have gotten 8 donuts on the season, which would have been really cool. 7 donuts, still awesome. 8 donuts would have been cooler, though. So this is currently where we are. I'm not sure how it's going to finish, but congrats, New Nation. I believe you guys are going to be top 10, and that's all she wrote. Thank you very much for watching.